Hi guys, welcome back to History Help for You. This is going to be our last lesson for Year 12 American Nation Divided. This is A-Level History Option 2J. So this we're going to be talking about the South, Secession, and essentially how that led up to the Civil War. So, after Lincoln won the election of 1860, which we covered in the last video, South Carolina seceded on December 20th. Bear in mind, Lincoln wasn't even president yet. South Carolina had been the heart of disputes over slavery. Well, not necessarily slavery, but north-south disputes, I guess you could say. One of that being the nullification crisis. And then after South Carolina seceded, because it had Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas all secede in the months coming after. The Confederacy was created. This was pretty much a separate country made up by the southern states that seceded. And on February 4th, they created their own constitution. One of the only real differences about this constitution to the one of the Union was that it was made very clear that they wanted to keep slavery going and they wanted to expand it, rather than it being ambiguous as it was perceived for the Constitution of the Union. President was Jefferson Davis of Mississippi, and Alexander Stephens of Georgia was elected as vice president. I mean, these were mainly elected because they weren't like really radical, like really far. They were more moderate candidates, so it wasn't like really southern or really northern, I guess you could say. You then had Fort Sumter in 1861. So the Confederacy started seizing federal property. Well, after all, it is their country and someone else has got stuff in it. They may as well start taking them out. So like forts and post offices. There were 4 forts left standing: Fort Taylor, Jefferson, Pickens, and Sumter. Sumter was in Charleston, South Carolina. Sumter had like no resources at all. It wasn't actually finished being built. And Major Robert Anderson, who was a Unionist, moved from another fort to occupy this to make sure that it didn't fall. So yeah, obviously at the time Buchanan was still president, so South Carolina approached Buchanan, asked for Fort Sumter to be controlled to them. Buchanan denied it, and tried sending a boat with supplies, and South Carolina, they shot it and it fled, similar to what Lincoln did. So yeah, when Lincoln got elected, he had 3 options. He could either scrape together his resources and try and supply the fort, he could abandon it and transfer control, or find another solution. Pretty much everyone in Lincoln's cabinet except one were against starting a war because of Fort Sumter. Lincoln tried doing the same that Buchanan did. He even sent a message to South Carolina warning them of what he was going to do. He was going to send ships to resupply. Davis, the man on the right, he was a Confederate president. He wanted Fort Sumter to be evacuated immediately. Major Anderson refused. So Davis wanted Beauregard, who was a general in the Confederacy, to open fire. And after a horrific 33-hour bombardment, Anderson finally surrendered and gave up control. The formal transfer happened on April 14th. So, what did this have? What impact did this have? Well, first of all, Lincoln didn't see the Confederacy as its own country. He just saw it as states were rebelling, that they needed to be put down, so causing disturbances. After this, on April 17th, so a few days after Fort Sumter, Virginia left the Union, and they provided quite a bit of resources to the Confederacy. Most border states stayed loyal to the Union, and also an interesting one. While Missouri was admitted into the Confederacy, the 12th state, around 75% of Missourians fought on the side of the Union. So that's gonna be it for America in total, I think. Hopefully I haven't missed anything out. Now I'm just gonna start working on getting stuff for the Tudors, stuff for Henry VIII. And yeah, hopefully that should be all of year 12 history, or at least the history options that I'm doing, done. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.